Hi math friends, welcome back. So today we are going to review multiplying and dividing rational numbers. So what I want us to do is let's just go over what's in our notes first. So anytime we're multiplying and dividing with negative numbers, here are our tricks is what I like to call them. If you have the same sign, they're the same, and that's positive. So that's like they're good, that's positive. If you have different signs, well, they're not the same, so that's going to be negative, okay? So let's explore that a little bit. So I have the number, or the expression, 5 times 4. So let's pretend that this rod represents 4, and I've got 5 groups of 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5 we know is 20. And that's the same as saying 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. We know that equals 20. Okay, now let's look at negative 5 times negative 4. All right, I'm going to pretend that the red rod here represents negative 4. And I have 5 groups of that negative 4. So that's 5 groups. That would be negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4. So that's 5 negative 4s. So that was, now remember, we're adding all these negatives and they're all the same sign. So we're going to add and keep the sign, negative 20. But here's where the problem comes in. There's this negative in front of that 5. So I have 5 groups of 4, but it's almost as if I'm putting a negative sign in front of that whole thing. So it's the opposite of 5 groups of negative 4. So what is negative 20 to the opposite of that? So negative 20, the opposite would be positive 20. So let's see. These are the same sign. So 5 is the same sign as 4. Negative 5 is the same sign as negative 4. Our answer is positive here, and our answer is positive here. So that's how that works. Now let's look at different signs. So what if I have 5 times negative 4? All right, so let's use our negative 4 rod, and we have 5 groups of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is as if we had negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 all the way 5 times, and we get negative 20. And it's a positive 5, so I don't have to do the opposite of that negative 20. Great. Now let's try negative 5 times positive 4. So I have a positive 4, and I'm going to put 5 groups of that. So it would be as if I had this 4 plus 4 repeated 5 times. But remember, that 5 has a negative in front of it. So it's as if we have a negative in front of all of this. So we get 20 as our answer, but now we need the opposite of that. We need negative 20. Okay? So different signs, your answer is going to be negative. Same sign, your answer is going to be positive. Okay? Now, let's do a few examples. 5 times 13. Are these numbers both positive, both negative, same sign, different sign? Well, we know this is positive, this is positive. So 5 times 13 we know is 65. So we know our answer is positive 65. 9 times negative 2. Are these numbers the same sign or are they a different sign? They're different signs. So we know our answer is negative. 9 times 2 is 18, so it's negative 18. Negative 9 times negative 9. Same sign. That means our answer is going to be positive. 9 times 9 is 81. Now let's do a division one just to make sure we get that, because division rules are the same as multiplying when you have negative numbers. 48 divided by negative 4. Same sign or different sign? Different. Our answer is negative. 48 divided by 4 is 12. So, when we have the same sign, our answer is always going to be positive. And let that be the first thing that you do. Write down that positive sign or a negative sign before you do anything else. And when we have different signs, our answer is negative. Same, positive, different, negative. Okay? So let's just review very quickly multiplying and dividing fractions. For fractions, we want to multiply straight across. So numerators multiply by the numerator, denominators multiply by denominators. So let's do some examples of that. Negative 6/7 times negative 3/4. All right, before I do anything else, do I have the same sign or do I have a different sign? Negative 6/7, negative 3/4. My answer is going to be positive. Okay, now I'm just going to multiply my numerators, 6 times 3, and multiply my denominators, and I get 18 over 28. I'm going to go ahead and put my plus sign here because I know my answer is positive. Can I simplify this 18 over 28? I sure can. I'm going to divide by 2. And I get 9 over 14. And I think that's about as far as I can go. Okay, so now let's do a division problem. Actually, let's just do multiplication. Moving on. So multiplying and dividing decimals. With decimals, we're always going to put the larger number on top. We're going to multiply, and we're going to move the decimal the same number of places as in the numbers that we're multiplying. So remember, first thing we're going to do is look at our signs. Same sign or different sign for number 1. Negative 8.9 times 1.4. Different signs, so I know that my answer is going to be negative. Okay, great. I'm going to put 8.9 on top. And remember, we don't have to worry about lining up our decimals here. We just need to make sure we line up our digits. So 9 times 4 is 36. Carry your 3. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 3 is 35. Add that placeholder 0. 9 times 1 is 9. 8 times 1 is 8. So when I add here, I get 1, 2, 4, 8. But I have to add my zeros. How many zeros? Decimals. I have to add my decimals. I have 1 decimal place here, 1 decimal place here. How many total decimal places do I have? I have 2. So I'm going to move my decimal 2 times so that I get the number 12.46. But don't forget, bring down that sign. So it's negative 12.46. Okay? So, to recap, when you're multiplying with negative numbers, if you have the same sign, your answer is going to be positive. If you have different signs, your answer is going to be negative.